Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Thanks for tuning in to another video. Today we're talking about gold's price exploding recently. What are these factors that are causing this, and is silver going to follow suit as well? Before we start, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe if you already haven't. I post daily videos. So, gold's price has been exploding. It actually kind of came out of the blue because we saw it break past this $1,400, resistance level, and once it broke past that, it kind of stayed stagnant and kind of started to seem like maybe that was it. But now we're seeing it almost approaching 1,500. And why is this? I'm looking at different indicators showing where the precious metals are going to head in the future. I've made several different candlestick charts, analysis about this, and I think that gold and silver are in a very healthy spot right now, especially with media attention. But anyways, we saw the first indicator when the Fed cut interest rates, so there's lower interest rates, and that's a huge indicator that drove people into the precious metals world. Also, when it broke past the $1,400 resistance, I was wondering if silver was going to follow suit, and it seems like it's starting to now, approaching $17. Silver is gold's little brother. So anytime gold makes a big move, silver usually follows, not immediately after, but sometime after. And why is this? Well, this has to do because when gold is the spotlight metal. When gold's in the spotlight, when media is covering it, when people are getting into precious metals, they find gold, and then what happens next? They hear about silver. They hear about the undervalued properties that silver has. They hear about, silver being, a ticking time bomb ready to explode. So gold is almost the catalyst that kind of pulls people into precious metals, and then they find silver, and then, silver follows a couple weeks down the line. And we see the same thing happening. Now, these are not the only things that are driving precious metals prices higher. We also have the stock market volatility, which is something else as well. When people see stock markets not really becoming very profitable, they look for other avenues, and it happens to be precious metals. We also see, Binance hack with cryptocurrency. So cryptocurrency is not in a very good spotlight right now. So it's almost like the perfect storm is brewing up for precious metals, and this is what I've talked about in so many of my videos over the last couple weeks, reading candlestick charts, looking at different possibilities. What would be these factors? What would be these price influencers? And it seems like almost everything that I've talked about is happening. It's the perfect storm brewing up. But I also want to talk about a huge other factor that I mentioned in my video yesterday. Last night I actually posted it, and it's talking about, the financial crisis we're in and how beneficial silver can be for people. And if they understood this, how much protection silver can bring from the dollar deflating or hyperinflation. The dollar collapse is a real thing. It's happening, every single day. People are being affected by it, and this is another huge price influencer for precious metals, because anytime a tragic event happens, recessions hitting, anything like that in the economy that's driving people to not really have faith in the government or banks anymore, what do? They go to something that has security that they can control in their own power, their own will, and that's precious metals. And right now there is a lot of economic uncertainty, so that could be something else as well. But I do want to go back and talk about the media coverage, because right now, if you go on YouTube, if you are subscribed to any of these channels, everyone's talking about gold's price breaking out, and that's good spotlight. That's good news. That's good for precious metals. Not talking about the silver pumper saying, is gold going to hit $5,000 next? Not that stuff, but the people that are actually analyzing these markets, talking about, the healthy side of it, bringing precious metals into a nice spotlight, talking about how their coins are actually profitable now and how they're actually making profits. And you can actually make money in precious metals right now, and that's what a lot of people have been waiting for. It's been such a bear market, such a slow market, that once it finally broke past that $1,400 resistance, I was like, finally, precious metals are in the green, and it actually can become profitable. Now, looking at historical charts, gold is still a fraction of what it actually has been in the past, and same with silver. We see silver at $17 right now, but silver was $50 in 2011, so we still have a long way to go. Not saying this is the end all, we finally made it, but it's definitely a nice starting point, and I see some good returns coming soon. Now, I do want to talk about what to do with your gold right now, because since gold is up here right now, people are wondering, what should I buy it? Should I sell it? What should I do? And it's something that a lot of people question, and it's a very iffy situation, because it's like, should I buy gold right now, but then I'm buying it when it's at its highest price, so that's silly. I don't want to buy high and then sell low. So should I wait it out, or should I sell my gold? But what if I sell it and then it keeps going higher? Then I would miss out on so many profits. And what I always recommend is this. So you want to monitor the spot prices. If gold's at 1500 right now, you want to monitor it. You can sell, don't sell your entire stack right now, and don't buy thousands of dollars right now. Just take it easy. Take it, if you want to sell 5 ounces of gold and make some nice profits, maybe sell a half ounce right now, and then over the next week, monitor, see if the price is going to keep going up, and if and keep a pulse on it. If it looks like it's still going up, maybe hold off and maybe see what it does the next week, or only sell a half ounce more to claim some more profits to secure that. But don't sell it all at once. Don't go all in. Don't impulse buy and don't impulse sell. Same thing goes for the buying side. If you want to look at, if you're interested in buying gold because it looks like it's becoming profitable, maybe start looking at buying, a 10th ounce, American Eagle, or like a 4th ounce, round or whatever. And then if it looks like it's still going higher, maybe buy an ounce to hold off and make sure that you at least got it when it's somewhat low of a price. Now, the market is going to have a correction, so gold is definitely going to go back down to around 1400 at some point. So if you are patient enough, that is the best advice I could give you. Hold off on buying, focus on selling right now, or you can trade your gold for silver, because the gold to silver ratio is expanding. You can use the gold to silver ratio to your advantage, either earning free gold or free silver. The best way I can put it is, let's say the gold to silver ratio is 100 to 1, which means it takes 100 ounces of silver to equal 1 ounce of gold. So you have 100 ounces of silver. Then you trade that 100 ounces of silver for 1 ounce of gold. Then let's say the market goes down to 90 to 1. Then you can use the 1 ounce of gold to trade, get 90 ounces of silver, and then you still have the 10 ounces. So you can use the ratios to your advantage from, point to point, either or. Obviously, this entails using bullion. You can't be doing this with, high premium or semi-numismatic coins, because then the premiums on top of spot price would make it a very messy situation. But you definitely just want to be careful and take it slow. I think when stuff is going on like this, especially for precious metals buyers, we've been waiting so long that it's really easy to fall into the luxury of trying to, get as many profits as quick as possible, because you don't want to miss out. But I do recommend being patient and just taking your time. That's always the smarter situation in anything. If you rush and be panicky and impulse buy or sell with anything in any investment, you're always going to be putting yourself at a very large, portion or ratio for a lot of risk and a lot of, loss of profits. So maybe go to your local coin shop, talk to them, see what they have to say, look at some more charts, read up on the economy, stay in tune, keep a pulse on the market, see what's happening worldwide. Is the media still talking about it in a good spotlight, or are a lot of people selling off? And if they are selling off, are they going to silver though? Because then that could be nice indicators to buy silver, which could also be another alternative if you are iffy about gold. Silver's still cheap. Silver still has much more potential than gold does to appreciate in price in terms of, aspect ratio. But you can still look at the bigger picture and try to determine what best, fits you. And I also want to say this as well. What works for me might not work for you. This is a very individual process and journey. So don't just go off of other people's, strategies during this time, because they might have 10 ounces of gold, 20 ounces of gold, and thousands of ounces of silver, so they can afford to sell off and take some of their profits right now. But if you only have 1 or 2 ounces of gold, or a couple hundred ounces of silver, maybe you don't have that luxury to mess around and get and sell off that silver or gold, So don't always back your strategy off of the basis of someone else, because that can be very harmful to yourself. You want to break it down and really, I don't know if that means, writing it out, writing out what your portfolio looks like and what you can afford to sell or buy or how much you're budgeting, but it definitely does come down to that stuff. But anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you already haven't. I'm curious what you guys think about this. Do you guys think gold's going to keep going higher? Do you think silver's going to keep going higher? Or do you think there's going to be a market correction? I'm curious what you guys have to think about this. I'm going to be posting more videos today, so stay tuned for that as well. Anyways, guys, this was Silver Slayer. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I will see you guys soon. Peace.